What's going on, everybody? Lone Wolf 2864, and welcome to my first Battlefield 4 beta gameplay video. And unfortunately, it's taken this long for me to get one up. I had a couple of issues come up with the hard drive that I store my footage to, and quite a few of the rounds that I had captured got corrupted. So, needless to say, I've been having some issues, but finally got that situated and cleared up. And so here we are. I wanted to talk about the shotguns in this video. As you see, I'm using the 870. Was able to unlock that, as well as the slugs for this thing, and we'll get to those later on because I've got a very, very vocal opinion on the slugs in this game. But buckshot, needless to say, is still pretty useful. It's just as useful, if not a little bit more useful, than it was in Battlefield 3, in my opinion. And there's still quite a few guys that get very bad case of the mads when you shoot them with a shotgun and start doing pretty well, as you'll see in the chat there. But so anyway, you start off to unlock the shotguns. You have to use the support class, and the first one you unlock is the QBS 09, and I believe you unlock that just by ranking up the support class. And then in order to unlock the 870 shotgun, you have to rank up the QBS 09. So it's pretty much the same way for every class. They start you off, of course, with the first gun in every class, and then you can unlock the next gun by leveling up that class, and so forth and so on. So once you unlock the 870, I would say pretty much just stay with buckshot. There's really no reason to use slugs, and I'll explain why. Basically, if you've seen the Russian Badgers video, he does a very good job of explaining why it's pretty much pointless right now to use slugs. It all has to do with the new field upgrades and the fact that the first upgrade, or the first perk that you start off with in the defensive upgrade class, which just so happens to be the default class, the first one is the flakjack. Well, it's not a flakjack. It's basically the armor. That's what I'm looking for. Armor. Basically, it helps increase your ability to take damage to the chest, or it lowers the amount of damage you take to the chest. And the fact that that's the first upgrade in the defensive perk list, and you start off with the defensive perk list, means pretty much everybody's going to be using it. So what the armor does, since it increases your damage that you can take to the chest, you pretty much cannot get a one-shot kill to the chest with a slug anymore. If they've taken damage previously, maybe you got a 50-50 shot on it actually working or not, but pretty much you're going to have to hit them twice unless you hit them in the head. And it is extremely, extremely frustrating. I cannot tell you how much frustration I've had trying to use slugs. Coming from Battlefield 3, where my number 3 and 4 gun overall was the 870 and the SPAS 12, that is just so frustrating. I can't explain how mad I was. I actually raged pretty hard in the chat and got into a pretty heated discussion with a guy over whether or not they should be the slugs should be buffed in the full version. And that was my initial thought, was, you know, these things are going to have to be buffed. They're going to have to do something to make these things a viable option again versus buckshot. But the more I think about it, I think they should tweak maybe the defensive upgrade list. If they tweak the armor a little bit in regards to slugs, or maybe start you off with a different perk in that list. You can leave the armor as it is, but make it further on down the list so it makes you have to work harder as a squad to unlock that perk. I would be okay with that. But as it stands right now, like I said, it's just pretty much useless to use slugs. Unless you get into the rare chance where somebody's running the offensive loadout, or the offensive field upgrade list, which is very rare. Because, like I said, you don't start off with that list, you have to unlock it, and most people don't even pay attention to, you know, the field upgrade list when they unlock it. So, and couple that together with the fact that there seems to be like I don't know if it's a glitch or if it's just server lag or what it is, but it seems like every so often you can just get one-shotted by a gun out of nowhere, and there's the obligatory C4 on the top of the elevator. That's going to happen every time. So there's actually 2 ladders on this map that you can get up to the top of the roof with, if you weren't aware of that. There's one on this front side right here that I don't think hardly anybody knows about. I didn't know about it, honestly, until like 3 or 4 days into the beta. My cousin actually showed it to me. So, but anyway, back to what I was saying. It seems like every so often, some of the guns, especially the assault rifles, can pretty much just one-shot kill you, like, at any point on your body. And you may be saying, oh, you've had previous damage, you took damage before they shot you, whatever. Well, that may be the case sometimes, but in other times I've noticed I'll throw a med kit down, completely heal back up to 100%, and then instantly die from one bullet. And there's actually quite a few videos I've seen on YouTube where they demonstrate that. And I think it's just a beta glitch, and hopefully that gets solved in the final version, because it's very annoying. Like I said, when you're using slugs, if you don't hit them in the head the first time, you're going to have to shoot them twice. And in the heat of the battle, it's hard enough just to get your first shot to land, and then couple that together with the fact that they can sometimes one-shot you with an assault rifle. It's just not fun. So, but now that I've pretty much taken up this whole gameplay video with my rant on slugs in Battlefield 4, the end of this gameplay here, I actually, I pretty much already reached level 10, which is the rank cap in the beta, if you weren't aware. But what you unlock when you reach rank 10 is a gold battle pack. And if you're not familiar with the battle packs are, it's basically unlocks that you gain as you level up and progress through the game. I think in the beta you unlock one at level 3, level 5, level 7, and then level 10, if I'm not mistaken. So the first 3 are all bronze battle packs, which really don't give you a whole lot. But then level 10 is your gold battle pack, which is supposed to be, you know, they tell you right there it's a minimum of 1 advanced item and then a chance at like 2 very rare items or something like that. So it's supposed to be like the best unlock that you can get. So I'll go ahead and show you guys what I got in mine, and I'll also show you real quick how to get to your battle packs if you're aware. So from the spawn menu, you want to back up and go to your options screen and then click on battle packs, and you should come to this screen here and just click open battle pack, and there you go. So in my gold battle pack I've got a 25% XP boost, and I think that's good for like an hour of actual gameplay. And then I got 2 of the weapon camos, which that was pretty much the only thing I was really hoping I would get. I like the customization in this game, it's really cool. But I got an emblem and of course a vertical grip for the MX4 PDW for the engineer class, which if I'm not mistaken, DICE has already come out and said that the gold battle packs, or any of the battle packs for that matter, you're not going to be able to unlock anything that's going to give you an advantage on the battlefield over anybody else. So pretty much the vertical grip doesn't increase any of the stats on the MX4 versus the ergo grip, which you unlock just from playing through the game. So they're pretty much all aesthetic, and I believe in the final version you'll actually be able to purchase some of these gold battle packs. So I'm glad that they did that, and it's not going to give anybody an advantage as far as the pay-to-win scenario goes. So I was glad to see that. But here's a look at the naval camo that I unlocked on the 870. And these are good. These camos, once you unlock them, they're good for any of the guns, so you can slap those on any of your guns. And here's a look at the vertical grip for the MX4. As you can see, there's the ergo grip, and if you'll notice here, when I go back over down in the bottom right where it shows the weapon stats, when I switch back and forth, you see there's no performance increase or stat increase on between the ergo and the vertical grip, so that's good. It's just purely aesthetic. Also had the Coyote sight on the MX4, which is probably going to be my go-to sight in the full version of the game. I like the minimal frame around the actual scope. It takes up probably the least amount of room. But here's the snow dot camo, or the DOT snow camo on the Scar H. And I must say this is probably my favorite assault rifle in the game, just from the fact that I think it does like 30 damage maximum, which sounds like it's going to be the new G3A3 if you ever use that in Battlefield 3. And there's the dot snow camo on the MX4 with the Coyote sight, the laser sight, and the vertical grip. But I want to thank you guys very much for watching my video. Let me know down in the comments what you think of Battlefield 4 so far, and what you think or what your opinion is on the shotguns in the beta and any of the other gameplay topics that I discussed. And if you learned something or enjoyed this video, I'd appreciate it if you give me a like and go ahead and subscribe. I'm going to have a round of obliteration mode up, hopefully either later today or tomorrow, depending on how my work schedule goes. So be looking for that, and like I said, I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and I will see you next time. Thanks.